Well, I am here with Eve Tatas, a concerned citizen who is about to come to an action at the Pentagon, and we're just going to ask her a couple questions about what is on tap and her experience with such activism in the past. And first off, what brings you to this action today?
Oh, well, the reason why I came here specifically today was to see Secretary Gates to make him aware of our horror and dismay and grief over the continuation of this illegal and terrible action in Iraq, and also the continuing of the same policy in Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm. And do you look at what's going on right now to be similar as to what happened in past years, or is actions like you're going to be taking part today part of a longer historical story?
It is, for me, it is. I mean, I go back to the Vietnam War days, where I was arrested, and actually we sued the government for, we brought a class action suit against the government and won. But of course, today it's very different for me. I'm older, and my concerns are different, and I feel now a terrible urgency and grief, and I'm in a continual state of mourning for Rachel's children, you know, in the biblical reference of Rachel, who was not consoled because her children were no more. And so this is what my state of mind is now. And since 2005, I've participated in many actions, spent time in D.C. jail, and so be it.
Mm-hmm. You described a sense of urgency you feel now. Is this a different kind of feeling that you had during Vietnam and during other periods?
I think so, because now it seems to me that the world is much smaller, and we are so interdependent. And what happens to my brothers and sisters, you know, thousands of miles away, is going to affect me and my children very deeply. And we see this happening, don't we? Where our youth, much of our youth today is rootless, and in some sense, we are creating our own form of terrorism by allowing our kids to be unattended, unnurtured, uncared for, left on the streets to join gangs and find an identity that they have not been able to find.
I know Martin Luther King used to refer to how the bombs in Vietnam drop at home.
Yes, indeed, yes. I do believe that. On my own street, I see kids hanging out at night, drugs and prostitution. You know, I mean, where are we? Why don't we say to these children, "You are my children"? This is unacceptable. And so I feel that talking about what's going on in Iraq is a very current and a very present affair right here in my own neighborhood.
And do you see any positive signs for change with such things? Do you feel like the society's starting to understand that this dynamic?
I think Yes. I mean, if you question people, they will say, yes, we're against torture. And in fact, the president made statements about torture, or certain forms of torture. And yet, Guantanamo is still open. 17 Uyghurs are still in prison who have been found absolutely innocent by our own government, but they're still in Guantanamo. So I think that there is a disconnect between how we feel and actually what we do. And the fact that it's my children makes it a great deal of difference. I mean, as long as we can say they, them, it's happening to them, then people are not going to rise up. But when they see that it's my children and that we are all part of the same family, then it will make a difference. What I hope for Obama, I don't know. He's talking about Afghanistan. I mean, well, I don't know. I think that we have to just wait and see. And he said, keep the pressure. Make me do the right thing.
So for advice to young activists around the world, around the country, any concerned citizen, what can we help do? How can we use this experience and this advice of yours best?
I truly believe that peace, justice begins with the individual. So I would say to the young person, don't be concerned about the outcomes of what is going to happen. Be concerned about me, my showing up, my doing the next right thing. Leave the outcomes to whoever, to God or, the higher power. But we are responsible for what we can do here at home.
Great. Well, thank you so much.